What's going on, everybody? These 3 boxes, or 2 boxes in a package that I just showed you, it's gonna solve all of our problems on this 240 here. First problem being this. Door handle doesn't work, so we got a rod for that. We got something special in the Summit box. And then this, you can probably tell, we got our drive shaft so we can get this thing moving. What do you think, Maple? What do you think, baby? What do we got? Oh, sweet Summit sticker. All right, it's a win. What do we got here? Let's get this guy out of here. Let's try this again. Oh my God, just open. What's in the box? All right, guys. We got a HALTECH for this bad boy. And there she is. Cool beans, guys. So, side note from the 240 and the HALTECH real quick. Check these 2 things out. Right here we got a 6.0 short block. It's got a couple spun bearings, not in the greatest shape. And here we got a pretty clean LC9 aluminum Gen 453. Now I don't know what I'm gonna use these for. I'll probably just sell the LC9 since I have another one right there. The 6.0 though, I'll probably keep that. I got a good crank, some flat top pistons. I got some stuff around here to kind of do the same thing I did with this engine. And maybe we'll slap that thing together and throw it in the Corvette or the C5 or something. I don't know. Leave a comment below what car I should put that in. All right, so simple enough. Here's the HALTECH ECM. I think in the last clip I showed you guys it. Got a ground power on there. All the plugins, map, and then what is that? GPS probably over there. It's for the speedo. What we got in here? I don't know how to open this stuff. So this will be the cord and everything. Oh, it comes with a stylus. That's cool. Oh, and connectors. Those are cool. Or covers for those. For these guys. Some stickers. That's cool. All right, cool. So we're all set up there. We'll get that mounted. But let's look over here. Just opening this. This is so well packed, just not thrown in a box. But there's a lot to go over here. So I'm not going to bore you guys with pulling all this stuff out. All these different sensors, the O2, or wideband, I mean. Pedal adapter, and then the main harness. I'll get all this stuff out and then start throwing it on the car, and we'll cover it there. All right, so I just pulled out the harness here. It's got a grommet for the firewall, coil pack. What is that? APP, probably goes to ECM. Everything's labeled nicely, as you can see. Should make it easy, loomed great. So let's go ahead and throw this thing on here. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that, but we'll get it installed. All right, the HALTECH is all on. One thing I do have to complain about real quick is the amount of wire. Like, look at this, for example. I had to loop that and zip tie it to the motor mount. There's just so much wire. They give you so much, and I could de-pin it and shorten the wire and do this, but I just wanted to plug it in. But there's so much wire, it's crazy. But HALTECH stuffed in there. Everything is set up. I got the battery here, I gotta connect it. But we are moments away from a start. First start, hopefully. But here you can look at everything. Pretty clean, but again, so much wire. It's all tucked, I ran it nice, but so much wire. All right, so we are currently connected and updating, it says upgrading, updating the firmware. We're updating the ECM. So once that updates, we'll go through and set everything up and get a first start. So I already got all this, 6.0, 90mm throttle body, all that. Injectors, coils, but this is all boring. I'm gonna skip right to the meat and potatoes. I almost said meat and gravy. let's get to it. All right, here's where we're at. Keeps dying, says I got a crank sensor error. Now, mind you, I have to pull the header off and the starter. I have to pull the header off to pull the starter off to pull the crank sensor out. I've already done it once. Man, it's awesome to hear this thing fire, but I'm so disappointed in needing to change that crank sensor now, again, which is awesome. Damn it. All right, I'm not sure what exactly was going on there. I turned off the setup wizard and just cranked it up to see what would happen. And check this out. Data logging. Oh yeah, by the way, you don't see it right now. Well, there's 4.8 residual, but dude, we got 65 PSI oil pressure on startup. Check this out. We got one leak, one little baby leak. I gotta pull these off and thread tape them, I guess. Looks like they're both just barely dripping down. Dude, for a quick setup bass tune, that thing started to sound good. I need to get the drive shaft here thrown in the car along with the full exhaust. I really want to hear what it sounds like with the full exhaust on it. I don't know, I'm pretty excited. I need to start on that rear, but I'm excited to hear it run. I don't know what else to say. It was awesome. All right, I'm gonna end that video here on a high note. I got a couple things, oil leak, drive shaft, exhaust. I got a couple things to tidy up. Belt on there. So yeah, I'm just, Jesus Christ. Whoops. I'm just stoked that it runs and it sounds pretty good. So we'll get it wrapped up in the next video. We'll get it moving.